Welcome to the WordPress Photography Podcast, the podcast for photographers who want to learn how to get the most out of WordPress to grow their photography business. You don't need to be a geek to understand WordPress. Settle back and listen as we show you how. Now, here's your host, Scott Wyden-Kivowitz.
Welcome to episode 112. My name is Scott Wyden-Kivowitz, the Chief Community Officer here at Imagely, and today I want to ask you a question. Have you given up on WordPress? And I'm asking this because over the past couple of years, we have seen WordPress in the news more often than not. And it's not always for good reasons. A lot of times, WordPress is in the news because of a vulnerability in a plugin or a theme made for WordPress, not necessarily WordPress itself. You see, WordPress, the core software, is pretty solid. Yes, it is changing on a regular basis, but it is an open source platform that is made by countless developers around the world, all who have quality code, quality skills, and love making sure that the WordPress software is well built. But every so often, there is a plugin or a theme that has a problem, that has some sort of security issue going on. It's even happened at Imagely with our products, and we are quick to resolve that issue. A lot of hosting companies will actually force a theme or plugin update when that theme or plugin has a security issue and it has been patched by the developers. And that is the right thing to do. Some hosting companies will actually remove that theme or plugin from your site without even notifying you, and in turn, potentially break your website. That's the wrong thing to do. So I'm asking you, if you have given up on WordPress, have you given up on WordPress because it's complicated, or because of the security issues that you've come across, or because you've had to do some maintenance? If you have given up on WordPress, I am sorry, and I do want to hear why you have given up on WordPress and what you've moved to, and how complicated was that move. Comment in the show notes at imagely.com/podcast/112 to let us know. But if you're still here using WordPress, listening to this podcast or watching this podcast, then I also want to hear from you. What do you love about WordPress? What is making you stay, and what are you excited for? At Imagely, we are working on what we call Imagely Sites. It is a turnkey photography website solution. And we are doing everything we can to ensure that Imagely Sites is the best photography website platform available. And the best part about Imagely Sites is, although it will be a hosting platform to make photography websites easy for any photographer, no matter the technical experience, it is 100% built on WordPress. You won't break it, you can't break it, and it's giving you all the flexibility that WordPress can give you without the maintenance that you might be dreading. But we also want to hear from you about what you would be excited for in Imagely Sites. So go to imagely.com/podcast/112. Click down in the show notes. You'll see there is a link to a survey where we are asking you to fill out, take 2 minutes of your time, and just share what you would think would be a good experience for you for Imagely Sites. And in return, we have a gift that will be available to you if you put in your email address as well when filling out the survey. You will receive a gift. If you have given up on WordPress, again, we want to hear from you as well. I'm sorry you gave up on WordPress. If you are still with WordPress, well, it powers a third of the internet, so I'm not actually surprised, but I'm glad you're still here. Again, the show notes can be found at imagely.com/podcast/112. I will see you in the next episode, and thank you. Thanks for taking the time to listen, to watch, and hopefully to fill out that survey.
You've been listening to the WordPress Photography Podcast. To listen to other episodes and to subscribe to the podcast via iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and more, please visit imagely.com/podcast.